really excited to talk today about how to nurture the entrepreneurial spirit within each and every one of us. I know that many of us, it's interesting because we have people join this program for a few different reasons. Some women join us because they have such a deep calling from within to be the change they wish to see in their girls, to offer these services, to be of service, to make an impact, and that is such a beautiful thing. We have other people who are really looking for new business ideas, especially with the pandemic, especially with all of the turns and twists and pivots that COVID has brought to us, whether we asked for it or not. A lot of women were looking for new careers, and they were looking for new careers that were soul driven. And so we have another group of women who came to us for that reason. And of course, I think when we mesh the two reasons, when we bring our full heart, our full passion for girls empowerment, and we mix it with our desire to be abundant, to earn for the good work that we're doing, that's the sweet spot of GiRLiFE, because we are creating profitable businesses. We are nurturing a generation of women who are not just doing work that they have to do to pay their bills, but they're doing work that they want to do, and they're doing work that adds value to the planet. And that's the stuff that helps us sleep well at night. That is the stuff that is our legacy in the world. And so when we find that sweet spot of the marrying of the two ideas, I believe is when we can be our most successful and our most impactful. So I'm going to bring you a few different ideas on how you can nurture the entrepreneur within. A lot of you I've spoken to separately have said, but I'm not a business person. I'm not an entrepreneur. This isn't in me. It doesn't come naturally to me. And I totally hear you and understand. And so that's why we're doing this session today, because I want you to know that we are all entrepreneurs at heart. We really are. I want you to remember that if you are so committed and connected to getting this work out there, it is when people pay for a service that they value a service. So I want you to really, really stay connected to that as we move through this. If you are to be impactful, you must also be willing to charge for the good work that you're doing so that it can be sustained. This is the Mindset Training Financial Blocks 101. You've all heard me say it before, but it bears repeating because it's so important. So number one, be unapologetic about your capacity to earn, right? When you have hangups about charging for this work, people can feel that. People can feel your energy. So it's really important that you're consistently doing this inner work. Whatever that looks like for you, I think for all of us, it's different. I can tell you for me, because I've been on the other side of it, I can promise you that it is not sustainable if you are not charging for this work. And I'm just going to take you back to, I want to say about 10 years ago. I became a coach 13 years ago, and I did it because when I saw the word life coach and empowerment coach, and I looked into what it actually is, I was like, this was made for me. This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing in the world. How did I never know of this career? How did it not exist sooner? All of those things. And so I was so very excited to have found the life coaching space. But even though I was taught otherwise, I was giving it away for free. I just couldn't bring myself to charge for the good work that I was doing. And I got so burnt out. There was only so much that I could do. There were only so many clients I could see per day. And moreover, I was not making any money. I was literally giving it away. And I was tired, feeling fatigued all the time, and kind of upset with myself that I invested all this money in a coaching program. I went to IPEC and I went to nutrition school. I invested all this money in a coaching program, but I wasn't willing to do anything with it. And I had a big wake up and aha moment, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to my family. And truthfully, it wasn't fair to the clients, because what happens when people don't pay for something for a service that you are providing them, they also don't show up full out. They just don't. They don't play full out because they didn't have to put any skin in the game. They didn't have to output any resources, any money, any time, like nothing. There was nothing in there for them to feel like I better do this work. So I learned that firsthand, that I couldn't sustain that model anymore. I needed to start charging for the good work that I did. And when I did, it was a domino effect of lucrative openings in my business, opportunities for me to show up in a bigger way because I was sustained, because I was paying my bills, because I wasn't a struggling creative who couldn't make ends meet. Okay, is any of this making sense? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm so excited to have 6 of you live. It's very rare that happens, so this is kind of cool. So check your vibes when you are speaking to people about money, when you are speaking to people about how much it costs. If a mother or father asks you, how much is the workshop? Guys, stand up straight, project your voice, and say, our workshops are $40 per child. That's it. That's like, you just do it. Like speak with confidence, like be there, be present, and know that you are worth it, and know that these girls are worth it, and know that parents, when it comes to their kids, they're willing to pay because they know how valuable this program is. All right. And on that same topic, yay, Sharon and Wanda, great. Yes, it's resonating, loose, awesome. Okay, number 2, same topic, but a different angle. Don't hide from the money. Don't hide from the money. You know, so many of us are like, let me just run a workshop for free. Let me just go to the local library or community center and do a free workshop. You know, I know it seems like the most natural thing to do, but again, the way that you start out with your workshops is the way that you set the tone. For those of you who have decided to do your first workshop for free, it's all good. It's all good, and it's totally fine. You're giving people a taster, a teaser. I would just not do the full 2 hours. I would give them just like a little, you know, whet their appetites, get them excited for more, give them a little sampling of what it is that you offer, and be sure to only do it that one time, and then get moving and rolling with your series. And of course, during the holidays, if you want to give the Art of Giving workshop for free, that's totally cool. The goal, though, is to really get yourselves in the flow of running the workshops, of earning for the good work that you're doing, and then trickle in the gifts here and there. But not all the time, not all the time. You all invested in this program. You invested your time, your money, your energy, your resources. And I want to see you stepping out in the way that you desire, in the way that you promised yourself you would when we began this, okay? So don't hide from the money. People will always come and ask you if you could donate your time for this event and that event and this event. And I'm not saying never to do it, but I am saying let's get a steady flow of income generating workshops going before you start showing up for this event and that event and not charging for the good work that you're doing. Okay? That's number 2. All right. Entrepreneurs see opportunities everywhere. I want you to have your eyes open. I want you to have your eyes open to the possibilities that are around you, because when your eyes are open, when you're tuned into those possibilities, you will more naturally and organically see them. You're going to notice them. Everything that we tune into, I don't know if any of you have read this incredible book by Pam Grout called E Squared, talking about how when we tune into something, we are going to find that thing because our focus and our concentration is on the thing that we are looking for. So I am asking you to tune in to the opportunities. Every day is a new opportunity for you to share your messages. And just because maybe I didn't put it in the curriculum or I never came up with it doesn't mean you can't, right? You are all brilliant, magical, fantastic women, all coming at this program from different experiences, different points of view, different past and present careers. And I want you to use those experiences to spark new ideas, new opportunities to share, different opportunities to share. And when you find them, come in here and share with us. We want to hear from you. We are a family here and we thrive together. So be tuned into the opportunities everywhere, and the opportunities will meet you halfway. It is a co-creation, as all things are. But I'm excited to see, now that we've had this discussion about opportunity, what opportunities will come your way, and what opportunities will you choose to tap into. All right. Number 4, an entrepreneur, it's such a hard word for me to say. An entrepreneur, I said it. They think outside the box, okay? We create, we're constantly in a state of creation. I'm seeing each and every one of you getting creative with your message. I can't tell you how much I love it. I can't tell you how amazing it is, but think outside the box, you know, like if you spend a lot of time on TikTok, I want you to go into TikTok and find a way to share about this passion project you've taken on in TikTok. I'm not a big TikToker. Maybe one day I will learn TikTok. Maybe one of you will be teaching TikTok to our facilitators. But I want you to think outside of the box for sharing this message. Of course, there are the ways that I've outlined, but what other ways are you going to get creative? What other ways are you going to fit out? What other ways are you going to have people, you know, people's attention is one of the greatest currencies that we have available to us. And when we can find a fun, interactive, new, different, unique way to show up, it's amazing how people sit up and take notice. So I'd love to know, I mean, if you've got any ideas right here, let's bring it. Tell me about your ideas. And if you don't, I want you to really meditate on that idea of how you can get creative, how you can think outside of the box with your workshops. Okay, here's one that I love. Number 5 is creating collaborations. Now, whether you are creating collaborations with other facilitators or you are on Instagram and you have someone whose messages resonate with you. Maybe you are running girls empowerment workshops and you're connecting with a health coach for kids and you decide to do an Instagram live together and just come on and talk about tools that you want to bring to our next generation. There's one creative collaboration. Maybe you want to connect with a facilitator and do a Q&A, like a reverse Q&A. One of you is asking the other one questions about you and your workshop, and then you turn it around and you do the reverse. You're giving your audiences on social media the opportunity to get to know you, to get to know your mission, and of course provide some value, right? People tune in when there's something in it for them, when there's some growth to be had. So give a few tips. Call it, 3 tips to empowered girls this in 2021, or 3 things I've learned about girls empowerment in 2020, whatever you want, but create those collaborations because again, we thrive together and we can help each other get those messages out. And it's just another way for us to show up for our messages. Okay, so Luce is saying that's what I love the most, that you get to make it your own and get creative. And Luce, you are so getting creative. I love it. I love it when I tune into your Instagram page and I see all the cool things you're doing. I love that you're sharing your life, you're sharing your world. It's really, really cool. Erica says the name of the book and Sharon posted it. Thank you. It's called E Squared by Pam Grout. E Squared by Pam Grout. Great book, quick read, lots of fun experiments to really tune into our own manifesting power. I love it. Okay, good. Let me know what you think of it. All right, so next, number 6. I'm going to take a sip of water and I'm coming in. All right. By the way, if you're catching this on the replay, please still comment, still get in there. I always come back and check in on the messages. I want you to feel as if you're live and I will definitely come back to you, okay? All right, number 6 is draw on what you know to add to your offerings. That's what an entrepreneur does, right? We don't have a one-track mind. We take all of our different expertise and we package them together. So, we have Diana in Woodbridge, Ontario in Canada, who's a yoga instructor, and she brought her yoga practice into her GiRLiFE workshops and did like this beautiful alchemy with the 2 concepts and brought that to the girls in her community. We have so many health coaches in this space. You can call on your health coaching and bring that into what you're doing. When I first started GiRLiFE, I was thinking that it would be more heavily leaning into the nutrition space because I had just gotten my health coaching certification. And so I wanted to make sure that I have that credential before I was offering all of those things in the nutrition world. But of course, as I went to nutrition school, I learned that I had to lean in even more to what I knew to be true, which is nutrition of the mind. Primary food, to me, was what I was the most passionate about. Spirituality, relationships, our passion, our careers, those are the things that are the primary soul foods. And so I decided to take GiRLiFE more in that direction. But if you're a health coach, you can start offering, like healthy cooking classes, organic cooking classes, as well as GiRLiFE empowerment workshops. You could bring them together for a camp, for a full day of camp, or, we have Veterans Day coming up. I know it's just around the corner. It's literally tomorrow, so it's a little late for that. But like when the kids have a day off of school, you can offer a collaboration of all of the things that you thrive at. I know that there was a time I had just become a health coach. I had a lot of parents saying, I want to get my kids in the kitchen. They eat shit. Sorry, excuse my language. They're always eating like foods that are bringing them down, making them uncomfortable, giving them stomach aches. How can you make it fun to introduce healthy foods to our kids? And so I was also simultaneously, as my GiRLiFE workshops, bringing girls in and creating healthy recipes with them. So there's no limit to what you guys can do. And that's why we call this your girls empowerment business. GiRLiFE and the curriculum that we give you is one piece of it. But if you've got something you want to add to it, we are so open to that. By all means, bring your passion, bring your expertise to the GiRLiFE curriculum. That's what's going to give it its wings, okay? All right, so next, find new ways of sharing your message. Okay, here are some ideas for you guys. Maybe you've never thought of them, maybe you have. Maybe you'll notice that these are some ideas that I'm implementing to share the GiRLiFE message, and I invite you to do the same. So find new ways of sharing your message. Start a podcast. It's actually never been easier, but what a great way to share your message. Bring in your fellow facilitators and interview them. Bring in people you've met on Instagram who are like-minded and interview them. So that's just one way. Start a podcast. Get yourself some PR coverage. You've heard me say before, when I started GiRLiFE, I literally just got out there and I was like, how can I share my message? I contacted my local newspaper. They immediately gave us a front page. They gave GiRLiFE a front page in our local newspaper. Now imagine how that helped for my workshops. So get yourself some PR coverage. Are you interested in public speaking? Do a public speaking event at your local community center, at your library, or we're in a pandemic, so I know that's not possible everywhere. Maybe you want to do a Zoom. Maybe you want to do a webinar and share something about what you've learned in the girls empowerment space, and then follow that up with an invitation for people to send their daughters to your workshops. How can you share your knowledge? Go write for your local newspaper, because when you start writing on the topic of girls empowerment, female empowerment, nourishment of the body and mind, and you have your bio at the bottom, in that bio, you are sharing that you run girls empowerment workshops. So there are so many ways to get your name out there and share your message, and it is so very individual. I'm just offering you guys some different options, and it's up to you to get out there and choose the ones that work for you. Maybe you want to try them out. Maybe you want to try them all out. Maybe you have one that you feel very connected to and you want to give that one your all. It is up to you. Another way is like Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives. Technology has never made it easier for us to connect, and social media is just that. It is social. It is meant for us to be social. So find ways to connect on social media. Again, like so many places in the world have just gone back on lockdown. So use this amazing medium that we have here to connect with one another. Go use it in your own special way. All right. So next is valuing your networks. An entrepreneur will always value their networks. Use your networks, embrace your networks, create new networks, find ways to network and connect with people who you can help and who can help you, right? Create, again, the creative collaboration ideas coming through here. Look at your children's schools, look at local clubs. Look at social media networks. How about those Facebook groups that I invited you to each start? The training is in the membership site in our GiRLiFE curriculum. Go out there and start your own Facebook groups. These networks are everything right now, and everyone is looking for a way to connect. So I invite you to really, really value and tune into your networks to get your messages out there. And finally, number 9 is celebrating the success of others. I will always bring it back to this. Mentorships, looking at other women in positions that inspire you and feeling inspired, right? Putting envy aside and looking at another woman and seeing yourself as a reflection of what is possible. What is possible for her is also possible for you. It doesn't have to look the exact same way, but I know whenever I look at incredible, powerful, brilliant women in the world who are stepping out of their own comfort zones to do something incredible, I look at them with inspiration. I look at them and I feel a full heart that A, go girl, like go you for making this happen. B, thank you for showing me that it can be done, right? And C, taking that inspiration and allowing it to fuel me in my own business. So I believe women in entrepreneurship, we are raising each other up all the time. And sometimes it's as simple as a vibration and looking at another woman and sending them love, whether it's silent blessings or you are on their social media feed telling them that they've made an impact, whatever it may be. But women supporting women is what I'm going to end this particular live with, because I think it's everything, and I think it's why we're all here today. So thank you for being here with me. If you missed the announcements at the beginning, I strongly urge you to go back because we put some dates on the calendar for our co-creation session. I have an open house Zoom session for people who might want to become facilitators. I want you to come to that if you feel called to. Lots of good stuff happening. And of course, our referral program that I'd be happy to share more on. But I love you all. Thank you for being here live with me. I really felt your energy. I love hanging out with each and every one of you. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you have a topic that you would like for us to cover in one of these Tuesday trainings, by all means, please bring it to me. I'm here to support you all in any way that I can. Sending you so much love. Have a beautiful night and an incredible week ahead. Bye, guys.